Great white shark. Great white shark is the last animal you'd want to encounter swimming in the ocean. They're large and fast hunters who have keen enough senses to allow them to rule the ocean as apex predators. Don't let their size fool you. Great white sharks are incredibly stealthy predators that have mastered the art of efficient killing. With a mouth full of 300 3-inch teeth that will always regrow when damaged, the great white shark will eat anything and everything it can get its mouth on. While shark movies have conditioned us to believe that great white sharks are ruthless sea murderers, they don't actively search for unsuspecting swimmers. There's a 1 in 4.3 million chance of getting killed by a great white shark. Instead, these sharks prefer to eat seals, sea lions, fish, and other sharks. They can smell their prey from miles away, meaning that as long as there's another fish in the sea, people don't have to worry about a great white shark suddenly turning the beach into a buffet. Killer whale, orca. They may look like fish, but they're actually just mammals. They're not even whales, but are closer to dolphins. At about 30 feet long, they are the largest giant apex predators on Earth, making them the uncontested king of the waters. As creatures on top of the food chain, orcas live on a diverse diet that includes fish, seals, sea lions, and even other whales. They're intelligent animals with herding instincts that allow them to group and hunt in packs, often displaying incredible teamwork. These whales are so big and terrifying for other sea creatures that even great white sharks have been observed to flee once an orca invades their territory. But as fearsome as orcas may be, they're not threats to humans. There have been no recorded cases of a killer whale attacking humans in the wild. In fact, in Norway, orcas are so uninterested in eating humans that people often swim near these sea predators. Tiger shark. You'd need 2 Shaquille O'Neals stacked on top of each other to form the length of a tiger shark, which can be around 14 feet long. But their size isn't just for show, because these predators aren't picky eaters. They are second only to the great white shark in aggression, making them ruthless and voracious eaters. Tiger sharks are apex predators that have no natural predators in the sea. They're opportunistic eaters, nicknamed the ocean's garbage can because they eat almost anything from turtles, fish, and seals. While they don't have the longest teeth at just over an inch long, they are serrated and can cut through anything when paired with the tiger shark's mighty jaws. Tiger sharks are solitary hunters, which means they rarely hunt in groups. If you do spot a tiger shark, you don't have to worry too much because they don't often see humans as food. Sperm whale. As the ocean's heavyweight champions of the oceans, sperm whales are the largest toothed predators on Earth, at 50 to 60 feet long and 45 to 60 tons heavy. But these whales aren't big and clumsy hunters. Instead, they are incredibly smart. Known to live in groups, sperm whales have mastered the art of teamwork, like a group of Navy commandos. They use echolocation, nature's high-tech sonar system, to track down their prey and communicate with one another. Through this hunting method, they can thrive as predators as deep as around 4,000 feet. They are the only creatures known to eat giant squids at those depths, which are too big for other sea predators to hunt down. Sperm whales are also known to have matriarchal systems, where the oldest females take the lead in navigation and decision-making. But while sperm whales may be the biggest predators in the seas, the smaller killer whales have been known to attack them. Of course, sperm whales aren't docile creatures as well. They are known to attack ships occasionally and even sink them. Bull shark. The bull shark is among the most aggressive predators in the oceans, along with the great white shark and the tiger shark. It is distinguished by its chunkier build, but what makes it unique is its versatility. Bull sharks are known for being quite the travelers because they can swim in fresh and saltwater environments. So if you see a big shark in a river or a lake, it's probably a bull shark. Speaking of size, bull sharks can reach up to 11 feet in length, making them big and intimidating enough for most sea creatures. They're not too particular with their food, as they are known to eat fish, dolphins, and smaller sharks. With the strongest bite force in the shark family, pound for pound, bull sharks can bite through skin, flesh, and bone faster than any other shark, including the much bigger great white shark. While rare, bull shark attacks account for many unprovoked shark attacks on humans. They're not generally aggressive toward humans, but it's best to keep your distance from these dangerous meat-crunching machines. Hammerhead shark. Easily distinguishable due to its T-shaped head, the hammerhead shark may look like an oddball, but there's a good reason why they have heads shaped like a hammer. Scientists believe that hammerhead sharks evolved to have wide-set eyes that give them a wider view of their surroundings. Think of them as having a panoramic view of their environment at all times. On top of that, they have nostrils that are large enough to smell prey from miles away. It's like their heads give them built-in radars that help make them some of the most efficient predators in the sea. Found in warm waters worldwide, hammerhead sharks can vary in size depending on their type. The great hammerhead shark, at 20 feet long, can rival the size of a great white shark. Meanwhile, most hammerhead sharks are around the size of a small car. While they are big, hammerhead sharks are generally safer than most sharks. Since 1900, there have only been 16 recorded hammerhead attacks on humans, none of which were lethal. Goblin Shark. Think of the Goblin Shark as the weird cousin of the shark family, because he always ruins family photos with that disturbing face. This sea predator has a face that only a mother could love, and we're not even exaggerating when we say that it's one of the ugliest and most terrifying creatures found in the sea. Fortunately, you're unlikely to encounter these predators because the Goblin Shark prefers to hang out in the ocean's dark depths. They can be found more than 4,000 feet underwater, a depth only submarines can reach. They likely evolved to look this way because of the intense pressure of their deep habitat. But while they don't look like conventional sharks, they're just as big, measuring up to 13 feet long. Due to the rarity of large predators in the deep seas, Goblin Sharks are probably apex predators, feeding on a wide variety of deep-sea creatures, including bony fish, cephalopods, and crustaceans. If their faces aren't horrifying enough, these sharks have elongated jaws that can protrude forward to capture prey like an extension claw. Saltwater Crocodile. At an average size of 17 feet long, these guys are the closest we'll ever get to real-life dinosaurs. Found in the wilds of Australia and Southeast Asia, saltwater crocodiles are the largest predatory reptiles in the world, making them the scariest animals that can swim in water and walk on land. They are primarily found in rivers and estuaries and are known as ambush predators. They often lurk in the water until an unsuspecting mammal finds itself close to the croc. When its prey is close enough, the huge reptile can strike quickly and crush through the animal's bones. The saltwater crocodile has the strongest bite force at 3,700 pounds per square inch. You only need a bite force of around 200 psi to tear through a steak. You can just imagine what kind of damage 3,700 psi can do. It's like getting caught in a steel trap when this croc shuts its mouth. Saltwater crocs are also incredibly fast in the water, capable of swimming and running up to 18 miles per hour. Coupled with their powerful jaws, these predators are built for the kill. They are the ultimate land and sea hunters. You must also keep your distance from them, because there have been roughly 100 saltwater crocodile attacks on humans since the 1970s. Giant squid. Sailor legends talk of sea beasts the size of a kraken. The giant squid is a sci-fi movie creature with a 40-foot body the length of a school bus and tentacles that look like colossal noodles. The giant squid, however, tends to be a rare sighting because it usually lives in depths of at least 3,200 feet, where it is a top predator. It has the largest eyes in the world, allowing it to detect its prey deep underwater. With sharp beaks that can slice through almost anything, these elusive creatures are voracious predators that eat any deep-sea fish smaller than it. The only underwater creature not on the menu is the bigger and stronger sperm whale, the only known predator of the giant squid. However, scientists know little about these enigmatic predators due to the rarity of giant squid sightings. Most of our knowledge about them is based on their smaller counterparts. Leopard seal. Whenever the leopard seal isn't ripping baby penguins into half, it probably puts smaller fish on the endangered list. So there's a reason it sits at the top of the food chain. The leopard seal is also much bigger than the regular sea lion, measuring up to 11 feet long and weighing around 1,000 pounds. On top of their size, these predators have faces that make them look like reptiles, especially with the rows of sharp teeth made for slicing through flesh like a hot knife on butter. Leopard seals are the apex predators of the Antarctic because the only creatures known to eat them are the orcas. But when they're on land, leopard seals are the undisputed kings of the ice, eating any animal they can find, including penguins, birds, and even their smaller seal cousins. However, they tend to be solitary and territorial animals that won't hesitate to defend their territory. Leopard seal attacks on humans are rare, but not impossible, with one recorded fatality. While that may be true, there are times when they exhibit the same playfulness as their sea lion counterparts, interacting with divers, and even playing with penguins. Now that's playing with your food. Mako Shark. The Mako Shark was made to be the Ferrari of the oceans. It's the Michael Phelps of the shark family, because this predator can swim faster than any other shark. So if the great white shark were Superman, then the Mako Shark would undoubtedly be the Flash. The long, pointy, and sleek Mako Shark can swim up to 45 miles per hour. Their crescent-shaped tails help them reach incredible underwater speeds. Mako Sharks aren't small sharks because they can grow up to 15 feet. With their physical tools, Mako Sharks can hunt down any prey, including squids, marine mammals, tuna, and smaller sharks. sharks. They are apex predators in their territories, but unlike their larger shark counterparts, they have shorter teeth that aren't serrated because they mainly feed on fish. Mako shark attacks on humans are rare, but because of their speed and aggressive nature, they are classified as too dangerous to approach at sea. Scientists struggle to study these sharks in captivity and the wild. Blue marlin. At 14 feet long and over 2,000 pounds, the blue marlin is a large fish that combines size, beauty, and speed in a strikingly blue package. But while they may be big, they are also some of the fastest fish in the world. The blue marlin can reach speeds of up to 80 miles per hour, right up there with the sailfish in terms of the fastest fish in the sea. They use their speed and other physical capabilities to hunt down entire schools of fish. Blue marlins are the sushi masters of the sea because they use their pointed snouts to methodically slash their way through tuna, mackerel, and squid before consuming them. Nature gave them a sword, and they made sure to use it. Komodo Dragon. Let's say you get your first big contract as a conservationist working on an island in Indonesia, when you suddenly see this big-looking lizard charging towards you with pearly black eyes and a face that looks very angry. You should probably start running, although running wouldn't do you any good as these dragons can reach a speed of 13 miles per hour, and even the world's fastest runner, Usain Bolt, wouldn't outrun that. If, in the very likely case it eventually catches you, the teeth from the Komodo dragon is lined with poison, so if it latches onto your legs, the poison would enter your bloodstream and rapidly reduce your blood pressure and send you into shock. Once the poison enters your body, you'd become too weak even to put up any fight, making you easy prey and food. The Komodo dragon can eat up to 80% of their body weight, so they actually spend a lot of time looking for food. They would make use of their strong sense of smell to dig up graves and can even detect rotten animals miles away, which is generally the preferred choice of food. The only animals that prey on the Komodo dragon are their fellow Komodo dragons. They're not only yucky grave robbers, but also cannibals. Gray wolves. The most interesting thing about wolves is their ability to move and hunt in tight packs that are very similar to the nuclear human family dynamic consisting of the dad, mom, and kids. What's even more amazing about these deadly predators is that they mate for life and take their vows till death do us part a little more seriously than most humans. When hunting, the wolves would first start by using their keen sense of smell and sight to track the movement of their prey over long periods of time. Once the target is locked in, the wolves would then begin to growl and signal their fellow packmates that lunch is set and Operation Food is Ready is about to start. So the other wolves would get into position to either drive the prey towards the other pack members lying in wait ahead, or simply just cut off any escape route and chance of survival, which is honestly quite diabolical and very impressive. Anyways, once they have successfully manipulated the confused deer into the perfect spot, the wolves would just have to simply close in for the kill. Tiger. If for whatever reason you get lost in the jungle and find yourself in the unsavory company of a tiger, you should just look it dead in the eyes and not look away. You'd for sure be scared out of your mind, but this simple hack could just save your life, because allegedly looking a tiger in the eyes would make it less likely to want to kill you. Tigers are highly territorial animals and would not tolerate anything coming into their territory, so they scratch themselves against the trees, pee and poop on anything that'll take as a huge red stay away sign. After they've successfully pooped and peed everywhere, the next line of action would be feed, sleep, and keep themselves alive for the next mating season. Soon enough, they'd find the unsuspecting buffalo that could be the next meal, so the tiger would hit crouch, hide in the bushes, and wait for the perfect time to ambush, and even with a body weight of 660 pounds, the tiger still manages to remain extremely swift and agile. Once the perfect opportunity presents itself, the tiger would pounce and take down the prey with a deadly bite on their throat, literally latching on until the buffalo stops tweaking. Although they typically rely more on stealth and ambush when hunting, they can burst into a spring of over 40 miles per hour if the prey decides it'd like to exercise a little before its death. Tigers hunt mostly at night and are equipped with incredible night vision that they can see 6 times better than humans. Hyenas. You get lost on the safari, and all of a sudden, you start hearing laughs that are a bit too human-like. You might be thinking that help is on the way, but the truth is you are probably about to get torn apart limb from limb, because the human-like laughter you're hearing is actually from hyenas. You see, the hyena has a laugh that sounds like humans, but they are probably just communicating on how best to attack you. Although hyenas are mostly scavengers that would rather steal food from other predators than hunt, they are actually very good hunters and would work together to bring down prey 2 to 3 times bigger than them. Hyenas are equipped with very strong jaws and teeth and have a bite force of 1100 psi, which is the strongest among all carnivorous mammals. You just need about 200 psi to tear through steak, so just think what 1100 psi can do to meat. The bite of a hyena will clasp like a steel trap around the prey and tear through its bones, horns, and teeth with ease. Grizzly Bear. You probably had a stuffed teddy bear while growing up that was so cute and cuddly, but while your stuffed teddy bear looks cute and cuddly, encountering a real-life grizzly bear is very scary. This is because the grizzly bear is up to 3 to 5 feet tall when standing on all 4 legs, but can reach heights of almost 9 feet when they stand on their hind legs. Now, if you add this height to their enormous body size of almost 900 pounds, then you can start to grasp why seeing one of these could end in a very bloody fatality. It may seem like their enormous body weight and size would affect their speed and agility when hunting or defending themselves, then you would be very mistaken. The bear can run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, and with superhuman strength and a bite force of 1000 psi that can easily split your body in half within seconds. However, these bears are not even carnivores, so they won't even attack a human or animal for its meat. The only time a grizzly bear would attack or get defensive is when they've been provoked or caught by surprise. Basically, don't ever try to play hide and seek with one. Green Anaconda. To start with, we'd probably give you an idea of how huge this snake is. These creatures can reach and surpass the height of a 3-story building, which is about 30 feet long. This particular breed of anacondas is the largest, with a body weight of about 550 pounds. Say you were unfortunately caught in a deadly anaconda ambush. They would coil their powerful body around you and would keep twisting until they successfully constrict and eliminate any means of breathing in oxygen. The tightness and constriction are similar to the way a vice grip compresses objects together, so your blood flow and breathing would be effectively cut off. The veins and eye sockets in the prey's body would pop off, and the bones would be reduced to powder, making the dead animal easy to swallow whole. Because the anaconda has no teeth or venom, it would rely strictly on its expandable jaws that can stretch to fit anything, so it'll open its mouth as wide as possible to swallow the animal whole. Once you've been successfully swallowed, certain chemical acids in the anaconda's belly would start to break down all your muscles and nutrients. As a result, the snake would be too full and heavy and could go months without another meal. African wild dogs. African wild dogs only understand 2 things: hunt and food. These apex predators, also known as the painted wolf, have an irregular fur pattern that features patches of yellow, black, red, and white fur that makes them look very different from any regular dog. A highly social animal, the African wild dogs live in monogamous packs where every member of the pack is assigned to take care of the old and wounded. Their method of hunting is quite similar to that of the wolves, as they would stalk, ambush, and attack their target with such precision and agility. They are so skilled in hunting that any prey the dogs set their eyes on would likely not survive an attack. The African wild dog can sprint at top speeds of 44 miles per hour and would take turns in pursuing the animal if one dog were to get tired. Lion. Lions have been unanimously crowned the kings of the jungle, and for good reason. With a long, flowing mane that's very prominent in the male lion, and a superior attitude in its movements that cannot be said for any other animal, this feline predator has the appearance of royalty and power. The lion hunts with raw strength and actually prefers to live in open savannas, grasslands, and open woodlands where they can easily hunt prey like gazelles, antelopes, and giraffes. When hunting, the lionesses are the primary hunters, and after successfully catching the prey, they would bring back the dead carcass for the pride, which consists of closely related females, the offsprings, and cubs. A lion pride can consist of up to 30 lions, and the large number help them during hunts because they rely on teamwork and brute force to bring their prey down. Once a prey is ambushed and caught, the lions would target the most vital organs in its body to kill it quickly and would start feeding immediately. The male lion does not participate in taking care of the cubs, but only defends the pride's territory and the other lions in the pride. It has a feature known as the roar that can be heard from up to 8 kilometers away. This roar is also one of the ways a lion would mark its territory and warn other predators to stay out. Honey badger. While size is definitely a great advantage in the animal kingdom, the honey badger makes up for what they lack in size with just sheer aggression. With a powerful jaw and teeth as strong as steel, this tiny animal that is just 1 meter long can oblige through the flesh and bones of anything. They are opportunistic carnivores, which means that the honey badger would scavenge, steal, and eat anything they find, even if it's dead or belongs to another predator. The skin of a honey badger is so thick that it can withstand several blows from a machete, and even when it picks fights with some of the strongest fighters in the animal kingdom, like the crocodile and hyena, the honey badger stands its ground and fights to the end. I mean, this is the only animal that would pick a fight with a venomous snake and even a scorpion, beat it till it's dead, and then proceed to consume its dead body. And due to some weird design of nature, they have an unusually strong immunity to the venom from the snake and scorpion. As a result of their fearless reputation, other animals just avoid them altogether, because picking a fight with a honey badger is only going to end one way, and it would most likely not be in their favor. Sloth Bear. Hearing the word sloth probably makes you think that this bear is just the lazy, slow cousin of the grizzly bears, but this is very far from the truth, and the only likeness they have to sloths comes from their ugly, sad-looking faces. However, these bears share the same aggressiveness, strength, and fearlessness as their other cousins and can hold their own in a fight against any other apex predator. The sloth bear has a very long, claw-like nail that helps them climb and hang on trees very easily, and they use this advantage to surprise prey on the ground. However, they don't concern themselves with meat because termite and insects are their favorite snack, with fruits ranking as the secondary. Tasmanian Devil. Having the title Devil as a surname is literally the only proof you need to understand how devious and deadly these animals are. The Tasmanian Devil has the face of a rat, bat, and small dog, all mixed, coupled with very pointy horns and a tail that looks like Poseidon's fork. These scary features make up for what they lack in size with sheer aggression. With their wide jaws and strong, sharp teeth, these guys can lunge at their prey with incredible speed and agility, tearing the skin from their bones with ease. They also use their sharp teeth and strong claws to defend themselves from other predators, although they are not very interested in hunting live animals and would settle for the carcasses of any dead animals they find around. Inland Taipan. Taking the position as the most venomous snake in the world, the inland taipan is not to be messed with. If you happen to be walking out in the arid open plains of Australia, you might see the black head and slithering body of the inland taipan appearing out of a crack in the dry land and basking in the intense heat of the sun. If for whatever reason you do not react quickly and move away from the area, you might get bit by the snake. The venom from this snake is 72 times more deadly than that of the king cobra. If the king cobra mistakenly bit you, it would release an average of 420 milligrams of venom, which is enough to kill about 2,600 mice and about 20 men. But if you were to get bitten by the inland taipan, it would only release about 110 milligrams of venom, and that is enough to kill 500,000 mice and over 100 humans. Even a small bite from this snake can cause permanent damage, and if you're not given the antivenom within 45 minutes, you'll most likely bleed out from your wounds, your kidneys will shut down, and your body would go into paralysis, which is the fastest route to respiratory failure and death. Paragen Falcon. Like a bullet slicing through the air, the Paragen Falcon can reach speeds that make Formula 1 cars jealous. Paragen Falcons are your masters of high dive. When you see one in action, it will soar high in the sky, watching over the land like a satellite using its zoom vision, just waiting to strike. Once they spot their prey, such as a pigeon, this sky predator can go on a sudden dive. You won't see it nosediving due to the sudden speed. Hitting up to 240 miles per hour, these birds are faster than most cars zooming through the Autobahn. Their targets won't even know what's coming. 1 minute, a duck is swimming happily in the water. A second later, it's the Paragen Falcon's next meal. But Paragen Falcons can hunt as efficiently as they do because they have eyesight that allows them to lock onto their targets like heat-seeking missiles. With that kind of superpower, you're lucky you're not some helpless rabbit running around the field. Golden Eagle. As the closest we'll get to see a winged dinosaur, the golden eagle is one of the most skilled sky predators in hunting. It can spot a rodent over a mile away, allowing it to focus on its target with determination and a hungry belly. If you were its prey, there's no escape. You're a squirrel just living your best life on a tree branch. But you're never safe, because once the golden eagle has its eyes locked on you, you're as good as dinner. And as soon as it has its powerful talons around you, you're going to feel hundreds of pounds of pressure on your body, making it impossible for you to power your way out of death. Golden eagles don't discriminate when it comes to their diet. They'll happily make a meal out of anything smaller than them. But they mostly eat small mammals like rabbits, squirrels, foxes, and baby deer. They're not shy about going for bird-on-bird crimes because they'll hunt smaller birds when given the chance. But as fearsome as they may be, these birds are actually great parents that mate for life. So it's highly unlikely that they're going to pick up chicks at a nearby eagle bar to cheat on their feathered wives. Osprey. The osprey is a serious bird of prey with a few tricks up its sleeves, or in this case, feathers. The osprey has a sleek and aerodynamic body that's perfect for speed runs, but the most interesting part is that it can tuck its wings back, allowing it to look like an arrow darting through the air. Like most birds of prey, the osprey's large eyes are so efficient that they can spot fish from miles up in the sky. When it's time to fill its belly, it dives headfirst into the water, snatching its prey with sharp talons. And it's not shy about sharing its meal with its family. Ospreys are social birds that are serious about their family lives. They build large enough nests to raise their offspring, like tiger moms, who have to work full-time jobs as hunters during the day and parents in between meals. Great horned owl. When you're hiking in the woods at night and you hear a deep hooting sound that makes you feel like something's haunting you, chances are you just heard a great horned owl. Armed with sharp talons and golden eyes, the great horned owl is a stealthy bird that prefers to hunt as soon as the sun sets. If you're a small mammal or a bird that prefers to sleep through the day to hide from eagles and hawks, you're never safe at night with this owl hiding and waiting on tree branches. Their combo of stealth, speed, and strength makes them incredible sky predators. Like most owls, they have incredibly soft feathers that barely make a sound when they're in flight. 1 second, you're a rat minding your own business, but in a heartbeat, a great horned owl seemingly teleports behind you without making a sound. Once it has you cornered, it's going to lock you in its claws, which are powerful enough to crush a soda can. The great horned owl, however, is a sweet lover who mates for life. To strengthen their bond, they do hooting duets with their mates. So when you hear a few of these owls hooting at night, there's a good chance they feel a bit romantic. Cooper's hawk. Native to North America, Cooper's hawk is the Jeffrey Dahmer of the skies, because underneath that innocent exterior is a killer known for preying on other birds. It's a sky hunter that combines speed and agility to create the perfect bird hunting machine. Its short and rounded wings don't make it look intimidating, but the Cooper's hawk was built like that to maneuver its way through dense forests and urban populations. This allows the Cooper's hawk to dive bomb through trees and other obstacles, such as buildings, to swoop down on pigeons and other smaller birds suddenly. They're also so smart that they diversify their hunting tactics by using camouflage and surprise attacks. And when they gaze at you with piercing eyes, they say, "I have you on the menu." So if you think about the Cooper's hawk's hunting skills and physical assets, you're essentially reimagining a cannibalistic serial killer hunting through the urban jungle equipped with night vision goggles and parkour skills. Thankfully, we don't have those around. Turkey vulture. If you want someone to clean up on aisle 4, you may want to call on a turkey vulture, because this sky predator is the cleanup crew of the avian world. As a scavenger, the turkey vulture, of course, comes with a face that perfectly suits its love for dead bodies. It's basically a bird wearing a red plague doctor mask, giving it an eerie look that can give you nightmares. But it's also quite unique among birds because of its powerful sense of smell. While most predatory birds have keen eyes, the turkey vulture can smell rotting flesh from miles away. So when there's a dead body lying around, these birds are like, jackpot, and will come right in to clean the mess up. On rare occasions, they may hunt down live prey that are sick or about to die. The turkey vulture's diet may sound disgusting to you, but this bird serves an important role in the ecosystem. They're like your local garbage collector because they take away nature's trash to reduce the spread of nasty bacteria and prevent the spread of diseases. Philippine Eagle. It would be a bad day to be a monkey in the Philippine jungles, as there's a perfectly good reason why the Philippine Eagle is also called the monkey-eating eagle. As the undisputed king of the Philippine skies, this bird loves soaring over forests to find its favorite meal. Small apes aren't safe when this sky predator is around because its sharp eyesight can spot a monkey moving its finger from high above the sky. As soon as it focuses on its target, there's no escape. It sinks its sharp talons into its target, ensuring it's game over for the poor monkey. But don't feel sorry for its primate victim, because Philippine eagles evolved to eat monkeys to keep the ecosystem in check, ensuring that these animals don't eat all the fruits in the lush Philippine forests. Of course, these eagles also have a diverse diet that consists of snakes, squirrels, and lizards. Jir Falcon. The Jir Falcon is anything but a small fry. It's the largest of all falcon species, with a wingspan of around 4 feet. Meanwhile, it comes with white feathers that perfectly blend with its Arctic habitat, making it a formidable sky predator that combines elegance, stealth, and beauty in one great package. If you're a small bird living in the Arctic, there's a good chance you'll be on the Jir Falcon's menu, and you can't do anything about it. That's because these birds are fast, capable of reaching 130 miles per hour. Their ability to blend with their surroundings makes them ghosts that can strike without warning. While they're known for their high-speed chases, they are also ambush hunters who love to catch their prey off guard. The Jir Falcon's abilities make it the apex predator of the Arctic skies, and that's why you might want to stay hidden from its sights if you're a small mammal living anywhere near the north. Harpy Eagle. You're not going to see it lifting barbells or anything, but the Harpy Eagle is the strongest eagle species in the world. By extension, it's also the strongest sky predator. It's a massive eagle, second only to the Steller's sea eagle. But while it may not be the largest, it certainly has the advantage in muscles. The Harpy Eagle can thank its massive talons for much of its strength. Its talons are as large as the claws of a grizzly bear, making the Harpy Eagle big enough to wrap its talons around a human skull. Its power, meanwhile, can crush a human skull, so if Harpy Eagles wanted to take humanity out of the food chain, they can very well do so. Luckily for us, Harpy Eagles don't have humans on their menu. They live on a steady diet of monkeys, sloths, and anything smaller and weaker than this massive bird. Some of these birds won't even hesitate to take on large birds and reptiles, knowing they're strong enough to crush their prey. Snowy owl. Don't be shocked to see a sack of flour with wings if you're anywhere near the snowy Arctic plains. That's because you've probably encountered a snowy owl, one of the kings of the Arctic skies. The snowy owl is a deadly specter hiding in plain sight because it knows that unsuspecting birds and rodents won't be able to spot them. This fluffy ball of white feathers may look cute, but it's a deadly hunter, capable of spotting prey from miles away with its sharp yellow eyes. With its eyes and white feathers, it's essentially using binoculars while wearing a camouflage suit, making it an efficient killer. And like all owls, the snowy owl barely makes a sound when it's about to strike. So if you're a rodent that loves cold weather, you might think that staying out of the Arctic is going to ensure you're not on the snowy owl's menu. But when the Arctic chill gets too cold, or when the winters in Canada and the US are good enough for this bird, the snowy owl will be like, okay, I'm gonna take a vacation to America. Because of that, no small mammal is safe from this owl when it's wintertime. Merlin. Not to be confused with King Arthur's trusty wizard buddy, the Merlin is a speedy and fierce sky predator. It's not shooting magic fireballs out of its talons, but it's like a laser shooting across the sky when its keen eyes are focused on a target. The Merlin, however, isn't the largest avian predator. Instead, it's built for speed and precision, using its compact size and agile wings to hunt down its prey. But what makes the Merlin one of the coolest birds is that it's not afraid to take on bigger birds. It's small yet fearless, kind of like the Chihuahua of the bird family. Knowing that it doesn't have size on its side, the Merlin is all about approaching its targets strategically. It's known for its surprise attacks, capable of suddenly swooping down on its victims with the speed of a lightning bolt. But these birds aren't just known for their hunting efficiency, they're some of the most stylish sky predators, with gray, brown, and white plumage that blends well with their surroundings. They're also the catcallers of the sky, capable of making high-pitched whistles that can echo throughout the land. Northern Gos Hawk. The northern Gos Hawk is the no trespassing sign of the bird world because it's one of the most territorial sky predators. Whenever another predator wanders into its territory, this bird won't be afraid to say, "This town ain't big enough for the two of us." It will defend its hunting grounds to the death, chasing off any intruders with aggressive displays and loud noises. Of course, these birds are also like cast members of Top Gun, capable of putting on incredible shows of speed and agility in the skies. As a raptor, the northern Gos Hawk is a fierce stealth bomber that relentlessly hunts down its prey by flying through dense forests with its short wings. But because it isn't the biggest beast of the sky, the northern Gos Hawk relies more on ambushes for its next meal. These birds aren't known for long flights and are better off using their speed for short bursts. They'd rather spend more time perched on tree branches because it's not the best open field hunter. It loves hiding out in trees while keeping its eyes on its surroundings. When it spots delicious prey, it doesn't go for the kill immediately. Instead, it waits for the perfect moment to strike, taking down a small mammal or another bird with its quickness and sharp talons. Bald eagle. Nothing says freedom better than the bald eagle, symbolizing the USA's love for liberty and justice. After all, they are masters of the sky, apex predators in their own right because they're large and in charge. As a raptor, the bald eagle cruises at incredible heights and speeds, but can spot prey from miles away. Anything small enough is fair game to these eagles, just like how small countries are fair game to America's brand of democracy. Patriotism, or lack thereof, aside, bald eagles are symbols of strength and freedom because not many sky predators have their combination of size, speed, and hunting skills. They're like F-15 fighter jets soaring through the skies, but instead of dropping bombs, they're dropping down on helpless mammals. But don't let the name fool you because these eagles are nothing like your balding uncle. The bald eagle got its name from their white head contrasting against a dark brown body, making it look like a middle-aged man going through a midlife crisis. But while it may look bald, the bald eagle is always in its prime years as a majestic hunting machine.